All right, everyone. Good morning again. Welcome to the call. And just for the purpose of the recording and the people on the phone, I'm going to repeat the names of the participants that we have here. Then we're going to rock out and we're going to welcome Carolyn for a little breathing exercise. So this morning we have Katana here. Woo! We have Evan. Woo! We have Janie. Woo! We have Andrea. We have Heather. We have Carolyn. Woo! We have Adrian. Woo! Yeah. And Ann is here. Woo! Ralph is in the house. Woo! We also have MP on the line. Woo! We also have remind me.
Shannon.
Shannon, right? We have Shannon. Woo! And we have one more person on the line.
Ann, did you get Ann?
I did.
Yep. Oh.
And we have Anonymous here.
Anonymous!
All right, so let's welcome everyone with a round of applause, first of all. Woo! And now feel free to shake it up, shake it up. If you're at home, do yourself a favor and just for 2-3 minutes, you do a little breathing exercise. Get yourself in a place where you can just sit down comfortably, close your eyes if necessary, and really take the time to wind down and focus. Because we know that we're 100% more efficient when we're focused. So let's give it up for Carolyn. Woo!
Woo! I love these morning calls. They got to be my favorite part of my day. I know me and Quintana, when we text each other our wins, you guys, this call is always one of our wins. Because it makes us feel so good. How alive do you feel if you get off this call? I'm obsessed with these calls. I love them. I can't say enough about them. But with that, we're going to do a little breathing exercise. You find peace in your breath, and we're just going to go into a physical state of gratitude. So if you guys could do me a favor, I want you guys just to sit up like you're certain. If you're slouching or something, just sit up like you're certain about something. I want you to take a deep breath in. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're just going to face our palms towards the ceiling, and we're just going to do a little breathing exercise. I do this every morning. It's a Tony Robbins move, and it really helps. You're just going to tap each finger to your thumb, okay? And with that, we're going to breathe, and I'm going to show you how it's done right now. So we're just going to start with and what you want to do while you're doing this breathing exercise is you want to breathe in peace, calmness, certainty, serenity, and you want to breathe out anything that no longer serves you. So what I want you guys to do is just picture one thing that you're grateful for. Just one thing that you can be grateful for. Being in a state of gratitude, it literally changes your emotional state. It gets rid of the stress and it gets rid of any fear. I can't tell you what gratitude has done for me. So if you could just go to that state of gratitude and just breathe in, even if it's just your breath, be grateful that you can take breaths and just breathe one more time with And we're just going to take one more deep breath in, and then one deep breath out. And we're ready to hear an amazing message and be energized and awake together.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's thank Carolyn.
Way to go, Carolyn. Thank you.
All right, but let's give Andrea a round of applause because she's about to lead this call. Andrea!
Hey, yeah. All right, guys. Let's get going. I mean, what Carolyn said, y'all really, y'all get me in peak state. Just thinking about y'all just get me in peak state. And I'm so ready for this call. You don't even know. I just think of y'all and I'm like on the go. You guys are like a drug, but let's get this call going. But in any case, I want to thank all of you for being on this call. First of all, because like I said, y'all are like my drug, but the thing is y'all make a decision every morning to set a new standard for yourself. And you do that by making this your morning routine or your morning ritual. Brian Tracy says the first hour of the day is the rudder of the day. And, you know, a morning ritual, we all pretty much know that it's something that you do consistently. It's something automatic, like a habit. We all know habits take about, 20 to 30 days to take into effect. But your morning ritual is really just your default way to start your day. So it's basically, it gets you out of that, the groggy, just woke up state to actively productive. So it paces you for the rest of the day, and it gives you enough energy to put you in the zone, put you in that peak state when you're, especially if you have a really good morning ritual. So if you have a great morning ritual that puts you in peak state, it's going to make your day so much easier to get through. Before I had my morning ritual, I know we've all been through this where we just, we wake up and, we snooze it. We just start thinking, oh my God, I don't want to get up. You start thinking about, what your day is going to be like because you got to go to work and you're kind of dreading it. And, we don't really want to do that. We just kind of it's almost like zombie state where it's all automatic. And when you wake up like that and it's kind of sort of like in a bad mood, it just compounds. And, when we live our lives, reacting to, life's demands, like we wake up, sometimes I had been in the habit, my phone's right there on the nightstand. So I'll grab it, checking, Facebook, email, and, we're responding to people, other people's demands and not our own. And so we don't, if we don't have a morning ritual, we're not taking, time for the most important person in our life, which is us. So if you wake up and you go through this process of your morning ritual and you're making yourself feel good and you do good things for your body, then the rest of the day, like I mentioned earlier, is going to go much, much easier. So with that being said, I'd like to share with you what I've created really honestly very recently, my morning ritual that puts me in a peak state. And just recently, y'all, just a few days ago, I woke up smiling. Now, I have not woken up smiling since 2013. And honestly, when I woke up smiling, my first thought, honestly, y'all, was these calls. Y'all, I talk about y'all all the time. I know this isn't about morning ritual, but I talk about y'all. You inspire me. You guys just really kind of pump my blood. So when I woke up smiling, I was just so thankful for God, for this community, and in like this state of joy. So for the past few days, I wake up smiling, and that just gets me going. I also have a glass of water by my nightstand. If you think about it, our body, we've been sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, depending on how you sleep. Our body's dehydrated and our brain's dehydrated. So I make sure I drink that glass of water, while I'm still in bed, because I'm just waking up. I started reading the Bible. I've always wanted to read the Bible from front to back. And so about 2013, right before I left on my deployment, I read a chapter a day. So I read a chapter of the Bible. I have, my daily devotionals, and it's all in my Kindle, so I don't have to, get up and just kind of be all over the place. Everything's planned. And then afterwards, when I'm in bed, I kind of just, situate myself. I plant my feet on the ground. And again, I thank God, for, being able just to get out of bed, and I start priming. I noticed that priming is also another thing that puts me in peak state. While I'm still priming, at the end, I do my prayer and my meditation. I also enrolled myself in the 100-day challenge. So I watch my video. Yeah. I watch my video because, now I'm kind of coming from a calm, thankful state into I'm starting to get kind of revved up about my day. And so when I get out of bed after my video, I go straight to my mirror and I'm looking at myself, and I'm envisioning myself in a room of 6,000 people at UPW in Dallas, and I'm repeating, I am the voice. And sometimes I repeat certain words for whatever reason. I'm repeating certain lines. Like, for instance, the other day I was repeating set a new standard, and that was resonating with me. So while I'm saying that, I've got my shower running, and I just actually started doing this Monday. When I'm in my state and I'm step up, step up, step up, I'm in that shower and it's cold. And you talk about getting in peak state, if you will, everything's at peak, So I get in that cold shower and, it's yeah. But part of the reason why I did that wasn't so much like Tony, but I'm going to keep it up. I enrolled in this polar plunge, which is next Friday. But you know what? I'm going to keep that cold shower thing going because y'all need to try it. But, this is what I do for mine. Then afterwards, I got my gym clothes waiting for me. I leave for the gym, do my morning cardio. When I get back, I get ready for my day. I make my shake. I get my uniform on. And I get ready for these UPW calls because I wouldn't be here doing this course. I wouldn't be here just in the state that I'm in if it wasn't for these UPW calls and, y'all. And afterwards, I do my 100-day challenge goals because I discovered that if I do it, earlier in my morning, I wasn't all that disciplined. I was, let me check my Facebook. And the next thing you know, I wasted an hour just surfing on Facebook. So I just do my goals when I get back from the gym after the call, and then I got to hurry up and leave. So, one thing that Tony says is once you discipline yourself in one area in your life, you'll start doing them in other areas. So I wanted to keep that momentum going in my morning. So I stay away from the computer until after the phone call because I'm already on the computer. So, just remember that, I created, my morning ritual. It's based on me, what, works for me. And so whatever works for you on your routine, because basically it's all about you. This whole thing is all about you. And, so just really to wrap it up, the first thing you want to do is take care of yourself in the morning, drink water, create some type of movement for your body, and write down your goals. Those are really basically the first, 3 things that you really want to do when you create your morning ritual if you don't already have one. But since I really get so much out of y'all sharing your experiences, I really would like for somebody to or all of y'all, if you'd like to share your morning ritual, so you could tell me what makes y'all fucking awesome. So who wants to go first?
Woo! First of all, round of applause for that.
Wow.
Oh, thanks.
Woo!
You rock!
Good.
If power when she spoke right now? Oh my God, I can't believe I have the commercials in the background again. Sorry. If you guys felt the power while Andrea was talking and the power, the energy in her, then say yes.
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 That was so powerful. Thank you.
It's that cold shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold shower.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
I'm so sold on the cold showers now, just by the way you talked about it. It's like, you gotta try it.
Yeah, no, seriously, it was, trust me, it was scary at first, you know, because the reason why I did that was because I was like, you know what, shit, if I can walk on hot coals, you know, cool moss. Well, before I get in there, I'm like, I'm not cool mossing it, that's for damn sure. I'm like, hot lava, you know. So you know, y'all really need to try it. You know, it's scary at first, but you know.
So you take that cold shower through the whole time? I mean, I do the cold
Yeah.
showers, but I usually rinse my hair out with hot water, and then I do the cold water, and I do the crazy things. But I mean, do you do it the whole time?
I do a cold shower first thing in the morning after I'm like, you know, I am the voice, and I get in there, and you know, just a few days ago, that's when I put my head in there. You know, this is just a you know, like a thing I just started doing. So each day it's starting to get easier and easier. So, you know, I just started putting my face in there. So I hadn't done the whole wetting my hair down because, you know, just, you know, like I'm just getting all, you know, everything's starting to peak again, just talking about the shower. So,
So awesome.
So anyway, I wanted to hear what y'all have for yours because, again, I really get so much from y'all, your experiences when you share things, because I really do. Part of the reason why I feel like I am where I'm at right now is because I've taken little bits and pieces of maybe your struggles, maybe your successes, and trust me, y'all, you should have seen me before UPW. I was pretty fucked up in the head, and that's what I was saying. So to see me now, it's an amazing transformation in just a couple weeks. So y'all are medicine. That was my energy.
Hold on, Andrea, I gotta say, I wanna say something. Andrea, you're amazing, first of all. Our daily rituals make us who we are, and you found a secret. That's what you did. And, I mean, it's not really a secret, but most people don't know. You know, most people don't wake up smiling, saying, yes, let's start this day. But, like, I do that, too. I know that sounds ridiculous, and I know a lot of people probably wake up like, oh, God, another day. But today I literally jumped out of bed, and I was like, the morning calls in 18 minutes, and I jumped in the shower. And, I'm ready. And, you know, I bought this awesome jumper, and I promised to post a video of me and my little girl jumping on it. Rebound for 5 minutes a day, because it's so important for me to jump and have fun. And we both laugh, and we both say to each other on this jumper, try not to smile, because it's impossible not to smile on this jumper thing. And we've made it a daily ritual. And my little girl has a little notebook, and she puts a little sticker on it every time we do it.
Oh, cool.
And it's one of my favorite things that we do in the morning together. And it's brought us closer, I think. And my daily habits are the same as yours. I'm on the 100-day challenge. So when I'm on the train, I'm visualizing 5 years from now. And I'm visualizing things that I've never visualized before, like people thanking me for never giving up. That's powerful. Like to be able to picture people in your life that maybe, you know, you're on turmoil now, or who you don't like, thanking you for not giving up. Thank you for continuing on. Thank you for believing in yourself. Thank you for not giving up on your ideas. Thank you. That gratitude resonates with me. And when I start that early in my day, it continues. It's like this big, giant, inspirational, motivational snowball. And I love what you just said about you don't work the Facebook or the computer, because that's a time warp for me at work. And I really have to limit myself maybe like 2 or 3 times a day to check my Facebook, because I'll be constantly going on there. And it's really just for that feeling. I want that feel-good feeling, but I don't need Facebook for a feel-good feeling. This is a feel-good feeling. You all are my feel-good feeling. It comes from within.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
powerful.
I actually would love to share something with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, morning ritual, and I'm trying to mute my phone because I actually put it on our call as well because I want to show you something. But for me, there's a real big story around morning ritual. It kind of even changed my life in a way. So a lot of you have heard where I was in the past when I was in kind of a financial ditch, where I was when I started the 100-day challenge. And before that, and before iinspire came to mind, I think that a morning ritual is what saved my life. It changed my life. And now it's like the most important part of my day is my morning ritual. And rituals in general. I really want to shut my phone down, so I'll just show you what I wanted to show you, and then I'll speak about it. You guys should be seeing me on the other screen right now, right? Here. Okay. So I'm going to show you what's right here next to me. So look at the other screen. Hold on.
Is this a magic trick, Kelly?
See this?
I love magic.
Nothing up my sleeve.
Can you guys see this little board? Can you guys see the little board there?
Yeah.
Yes, you can see it.
All right, so that has like my little morning ritual there, and I'll explain. Hold on, let me shut this off. It's kind of annoying, actually. Okay, there we go. So, yes, so I found some videos online that actually my former coach made about, he took a lot of things from Tony Robbins, and he had this morning ritual. You guys, if it'll interest you, you don't have to like write it down or memorize it, but if it'll interest you, I can actually post it on the, or even make a video for you about it. But it's been awesome, and I've changed it up throughout the years a little bit just to make it interesting. But the general the general layout for it was, the first thing was smile. Just like Andrea said, that happened to you automatically. But the idea of smiling first thing in the morning, like the first thing you do, smile, even when you don't feel like it. What happens is the endorphins in your brain, like they send signals to you to feel good, you know? It's just the way it is. So you force it at first until you start smiling when you wake up in the morning. It gets you more wide awake, like more happy and more energetic, and it's pretty amazing. So the first thing is smile, and then stretch. Stretching feels so good when you stretch first thing in the morning. You can all try it right now so that you feel what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This type of stretch, it's all about like really just letting the blood circulate in your body. And after you stretch, it's breathe. And at first it was just different types of breathing. Now I like to do the priming instead, or the diaphragmatic breaths that we were taught at UPW. But smile, stretch, breathe, and then water, like Andrea, like you said. It's so important. It's so important. We don't even realize how dehydrated we all are. And some of you have realized. I know that a lot of you have been drinking more on the challenge, which is awesome. So just water, or water with lemon, which is alkaline. So just get that into your body while you're breathing. I like to mix it up with the breathing. And then smile, stretch, breathe, water, and then incantations. So I have different incantations, and they're almost like mantras for me, and they also change according to what program I'm following or what I'm doing. And sometimes, you know, now I'll integrate the video of the 100-day challenge in there, and I feel like it's got its own little incantations there. There's a rebounder. So if you have a real rebounder, you can start jumping on it. If you don't, you can actually put like a UPW song on and start jumping, but really start jumping. Imagine yourself in that room with 6,000 people and Tony coming on stage and just woo. And I turn sometimes and I take my dog up and like that gets me really, really excited. It's crazy how that physical activity like gets me excited. Just like you said, Andrea, most of these things you've mentioned, it's just like this kind of form it's written at. Smile, stretch, breathe, water, incantations, rebounder, and then empowering questions. And this is one of my very favorites. And this is when everything changed for me. Is one morning when I was doing this ritual at first, I didn't know Tony Robbins. I was just beginning all this self-development world, and I was pretty much following this ritual because I felt like my life depended on it. I was not in a very strong place. And I remember doing it for like 3 days in a row, almost like a computer, just like you have to do this. And one day I had to run to the gym to make a class, and I actually stopped at the empowering questions part, and I went to the gym. And when I got back home, everything that was wrong happened. I got all the calls that I didn't want to get. My landlord came to kick me out. Like I got phone calls from the bank that they were suing me. All these things started happening on the same day. And all I could think of to get myself out of it was, okay, let's go back to the empowering questions. And what they are, because I remember not finishing that part of the ritual. That's when everything changed. What they are is just asking yourself, and you change this up, but the ones that I love the most are like, what am I happy about? And then I just say as many things as come to mind this moment. It could be big things, small things, anything. What am I happy about? What am I grateful for? What am I excited about? Right? And I'll tell myself one or two things. I'm excited about being on this call. I'm excited about the weekend coming up. I'm excited about, the projects I'm working on, about the challenge, about being, amazing today, about the sun shining. It could be anything. So what am I excited about? What am I committed to? Which is also fun. What am I passionate about? And then who do I love? And it's really fun. Who do I love? Like I'll say, let's say my mom, and I'll imagine her. I'll do the visualization while I do it, and my dad, and it's a part of like what I'm grateful for as well. And then who loves me at the end. I always do the who loves me because I remember to be like loved, which is also something that we remember when we think of a way of being. Usually we think we have to become something that we're not, and we try to be something and work hard on being it. Sometimes you can be loved today, and it makes a difference. And who you are to people by being loved today is actually amazing. It's incredible. So I like to do that when I ask who loves me. And the first time that I went back and did the empowering questions, I literally felt this crazy buzz come over me. And that's when the epiphany for iinspire came. So literally this whole thing here, this community we have here is somehow based on that ritual 2.5 years ago that I did and dreamt this up thanks to it. So I think that, it continues on with like the gym and food and all that stuff. And, like you mentioned, Andrea. And if you want, I'll write it down for you guys. And you can pick it up over time, but it's really, really awesome. It's changed a lot of things for me, and it's followed by my conversation with Jana. It sounds like a lot of time, but it could be 5 minutes, and sometimes it could be a half an hour. It really depends on my mood, my time, or whatever. But doing it like there's no way that I'm not doing it. Anyone who hangs out around me and knows me, they know it's gonna happen in the morning. Like nobody comes instead of my ritual. So yeah. So thank you, Andrea, for mentioning that. That's why I love this subject so much, because for me, it's like it's been a life changer. It sounds so simple, but once you get the habit of it, it changes everything.
Anybody else? Yeah, no, actually it's, I think it's really kind of saved me a bit, but I noticed I was having to tweak it up a little on and off, because then, if I was doing, like I said, like getting on the computer and Facebooking it or whatever, checking email, it was like fucking up my day. And then, I can't remember who it was. I think maybe it was Michael who said something that, production isn't perfection or something like that. So sometimes I would get in this mindset like, oh, I fucked it up, and and then it would just fuck up my day, and then I'd just like kind of give up. But I've since I've been on these UPW calls, it's like, okay, I screwed up, I'll change it tomorrow, no big deal. And I actually yesterday bought a larger whiteboard for myself, so I could just start writing things down, and then my goals, that kind of thing, just so I'm like actively looking at it. And this is the honest truth, deepest level of truth. Sometimes y'all say things that remind me. I will literally write it down in my notebook, and I got that whiteboard just so I can like write down things that you all might have said, just so I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't feel like doing it, but you know what? Somebody said, I will, I must. So I keep a lot of stuff in my head from y'all. It's like I got little UPW people all over them,
This is MP. I just want to say, like me, I love to wake up my little girl because, we always try to change people. And sometimes we forget about, or the ones that are closer to us. And it all starts with that. When I wake up my little girl, I'll give her kisses all over the cheek, tell her how amazing, how beautiful, how she's my friend. She's, most magnificent. She's going to have the best day. She's a leader. And I whisper those things in her ear to help her to be self-conscious and just keep on and keep on. And she literally wakes up. She wakes up with a smile, and she just like she wakes up. She goes, "Dad, you got chocolate for me?" I was like, "No, get up, girl, come on." And so, and I need, we get into, life will never be the same. We haven't done it in a while, but we used to have the music. I love the trampoline thing with what Caroline was saying. That's awesome. Saying engaging our kids into something makes it most phenomenal, because it all starts with us. If we keep telling people how we feel, but we're not showing it, and it's not going through ourselves, how can they actually even, nobody listens to what you say, but they see the way you react and your body language. And, like me, when we get in the car, the first thing we do is we talk about the day, and then we talk about, I came up with a grateful game. I don't know how it came up. I just said, hey, you know what? We'll do the grateful game. So I say what I'm grateful for. My little girl says what she's grateful for. We do it back and forth at least 3 to 5 times. We talk about the day. We pray before we get there. And when we get to the school, we pump out a video. 100-day challenge, where I pick out the topic of what we're going to say. And I don't know if you guys follow me, but we do a video every single day out.
So awesome.
She's on fire. She knows exactly. And I wish I had that when I was 6,
Yeah, right.
Where is she? Bring her on. Bring her on.
I'm fixing to get her up. You give me a minute. She always wants to get on this call. So you guys keep on going. Let me see if I can get her to come up here.
Yeah.
So you guys keep going, all right?
Where is she?
Y'all guys keep talking. Let me see if I can get her, okay?
All right.
This is Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hey.
Hi, Heather.
This is great. I feel like this is such a good topic for me today, because I work shift work, but I haven't had to work nights for like a couple of years. And I really, in the past, have had a hard time working night shifts. And I'm starting on Monday for a couple of weeks. And I've gone from like the last few months I've felt so strong to like I've just been in terror the last 2 days. And I think having a ritual, like keeping my ritual that I would have in the mornings, in my day shifts, on my regular shifts, is going to be so critical to keeping me steady through this next couple of weeks. I feel like I'm about to go climb Everest. Like it feels like the most massive challenge right now. And I'm really, really grateful to have you guys just to kind of keep shining the light right now. And I'm going to have to use all the tools in my toolbox right now just to like get through these next couple of weeks. But I really appreciate everything you guys come out here and do, and like keep putting the light right in the right place, and help me remind myself of all the things I need to do to stay on track. So thank you so much for just talking about this today. And I feel like it always seems to be so timely, these calls, like to whatever's going on in your life. But I really, really appreciate it, and really appreciate the energy from all of you today. So
Thanks,
that's all.
Heather.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrea. That was awesome.
This is Anne from Toronto.
Hi, Ann.
I just wanted to share something real short. So I was absent from the last 3 calls, I think. And for the women who can relate, I had my very beautiful visitor come visit me of wallowing. I really didn't have to do that, and so I didn't stick to my rituals that I'm so very addicted to. I'm actually addicted to my rituals. Like, I love writing on my whiteboard. I wake up extra early. I love that stuff. And then for those 3 days, I just totally was like, you know what? I don't feel like it. It's not working. And I realized the reason, because of physically, it was because I'd broken one of my own rules, and it was so painful. And my rule was that I made for myself was that my rituals my rituals make me who I am. So breaking it made me feel like I wasn't myself just by default of breaking it. It was like such a psychological like warfare going on in my head. And it was crazy because even once the physical part was over, I was still, the rule of not doing my rituals was killing me. So I'm really happy to be back, and it just goes to show how even the smallest ritual, like waking up with a smile on your face and sitting up with excitement, the physical act of sitting up with excitement, even if you don't feel like it, makes or breaks everything. So, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Anne.
Way to go, Ann.
You're awesome. I think we can all welcome AP.
My dad, I was asleep right now and I was having a good dream, but suddenly he said you wanted me on the call. He messed my dream up.
Oh,
What did you do?
oh no.
You owe her chocolate.
Yes. Do you like chocolate?
Yes, but he promised me roller skates.
Oh,
Ooh. We like roller skates. Abby, what's your favorite chocolate?
I want a big chocolate house.
Oh,
You want a big chocolate house?
I like
Wow.
chocolate houses. You should make
Yeah.
one. You should make
Power of imagination and manifestation. Something tells me she's gonna get a big chocolate house.
Yeah. We're all
But I
for
can't.
chocolate. And then send us a picture of
But
the house.
I can't because I just really want one and I want to eat all the chocolate in one day.
Abby, we all have that problem. Just
Yeah.
Is this the power team?
Yes, this is the
Yeah.
power team.
Yep.
Power team.
Oh, maybe if y'all can. Y'all like chocolate a lot.
Hey, Abby, can you tell us something inspiring? Just give us like one tip or something cool so that we can be really inspired today and we can have an awesome day. What do you think will make our day awesome today?
Never quit and keep going forward.
Woo!
you're a rock star.
And I learned this from Tony Robbins. Profits are better than wages.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
Profits.
are better than wages. I love love it, Abby. Thank you.
I had power.
I think Abby deserves a round of applause. A serious
Yay, Abby.
Woo-hoo! Yay.
All
All right, I'm gonna
Thanks,
jump.
guys.
I'm gonna jump in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
thank-
ahead, and I just want to apologize to everyone. We're running a little late, but we'll end this call within the next 5 to 10 minutes. All right?
Thanks, Andrea. I love the topic. It's awesome. And one of the things I was thinking of is when Tony talks about certainty, or that people saying how we're addicted to these calls is because the certainty that it's meeting 3 or more of our needs, our human needs, right? So we become addicted. And so one of the things that I've had to work on because of past cellular trauma carrying around is I would gravitate towards this need for certainty, but in actuality it backfired and created not good things in my life and left gaps where I couldn't be a leader, and I would self-defeat certain things, and then I would go into this trance or default or numbing or whatever. And I'll just say one specific thing was I was raised with both my parents were very critical, and my mom favored my older sister over me constantly. And when I went to Date with Destiny, what was that question that I would always ask myself was, why can't you be like your sister? And inside I felt like, because I'm not her, that's why I can't be like her. And I was so mad that I just wasn't loved. And MP, I give you props, dude. Giving your child a blessing that she is here and blessed for being here and all of that is so important for your kids. So with these rituals, back to the ritual part of all of what I just said, is when you have, and I've spent years at getting those messages out of my body and out of my brain. So what would happen is I would create these situations that would feed me that you're not like your sister and you're not enough and you can't be enough and who do you think you are? And they were these little insidious things that would keep me down. And so what I have found in this 100-day challenge was just another little wake-up call. And I found that even something as simple as, like I share with my buddies, making my bed every day, it's very empowering to say, yes, I deserve to be successful. Yes, I deserve to have everything. I do deserve it. And when you come from such criticism and you don't believe down on a cellular level that you deserve it, you subconsciously draw this life to you of failed relationships. You only make so much money because, well, if you make more than that, people won't like you. And if you stand out and be a rock star, people will talk about you. And so I'd always have this lid on myself. And I would edit all that stuff that was outside of just stay here, because if you're there, and I would have this delusion that people were going to judge me and not like me and all that. And so I didn't want to be criticized. So I would feed that thing of not being criticized. So what these rituals do, back to the certainty, is there is certainty that's positive. And the addiction of this certainty of these rituals, for me personally, is super powerful because it makes me feed that I do deserve it. It makes me feel that I am worthy. It makes me believe that I am enough. And I get on these calls and I don't feel like I have to edit myself. I don't feel or care if anyone doesn't like me. I just show up and be who I am. And when I get off the call, just like you guys all say, like I get more shit done because it's so empowering. So all these little rituals I found is make my bed. You know, I wouldn't say like I smile in the morning, but I get up and I'm happy. And I'll put on my Spotify and sing songs before I come on the call or whatever. And I get in that happy state of mind. And I get my body in a powerful position. And I take boxing, and I love boxing. And I'll make some boxing moves or whatever. So I engage my body into that movement that makes me feel powerful. And I just say, yes, I fucking deserve it. I do deserve all of it. Every bit of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So if anybody, I wanted to share that because if anybody relates to any of that on any level, as far as like feeding that little tiny freaking little, even if it's a little seed, it can grow into a nasty thing. If you ever let that voice say, oh, well, oh my God, do you honestly think anyone's going to care what you say? Or, you know, just little things like I used to do. Okay, well, I'll join the phone call, but I won't say anything, you know, or, well, I'll go to the meeting. I'll go to the meeting, but I'll sit in the back. You know, fuck that. Stand up front and be somebody and be a leader and step up and all that stuff that we learn. You know, behavior doesn't lie. It doesn't. You can't say you're a leader and not act like one. It doesn't work. So I absolutely love all you guys, ridiculously so. I'm all in. All in. I love you. Peace out.
Awesome, Qatar.
That is awesome.
Well, you guys,
You know that.
we just had.
I just real quick. I just want to say real quick. It's kind of like a lion being caged up. You know.
Hell yeah.
What
You
did
know.
you say?
And it'd be like a lion being caged up, you know, and then the society is that cage, and we feel that we want to get out of that cage. We pounce at that cage. We want to get out. Until we get personal development, we can actually be who we want to be, and we all believe in each other. And everybody else, they're losers. We're the 3%ers. We're moving forward. We're the ones that are going to be the leaders. That are going to become more, be more, do more. We're going to be people that are going to be like, wow, where did y'all come from? It ain't overnight, but over time we will make it. We are the leaders. We'll step up. Appreciate you guys.
Woo!
Yes, we are.
Hell yeah.
Everybody, I wanna take Katana's advice, and we're gonna end this call by making some punching moves to the music. And I just want to thank Andrea for the amazing ritual call today and sharing exercise. Let's give a round of applause and let's start the party.
Woo!
You can punch your way out of the call, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay.
What are you doing?
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.